once again. Yes, this will be our fourth file, and just to test the chat window, we are starting once again. Okay, so we have completed our 10 topics of the pictures for today's assignment, and now we are ready to reach to our project topics. So 24 marks, 24 tasks, and 24 pictures in the 6 classes, and 4 pictures, 4 topics, and 4 tasks in each class at the end of each class. So students will not find it a big burden at the end of the term. So 4 tasks are each next 6 weeks. So we have already completed 2 weeks. In first week we created 4 first tasks, then 5, 6, 7, and 8 sorry, second one, and now today we will complete task 9, 10, 11, and 12. And today I have selected the tasks that right now we have created. We have done those tasks in today's lecture, and but this is the continuation of those topics. We have not covered those topics in some of topics we have covered, but some we have not. But I will go through with you with these topics. So we will cover the topics, and also we will create pictures, but those pictures we will consider towards our project. So we will learn at the same time, and we have just completed that topic right now, so it should be fresh in our minds. And now we are enhancing those topics, just a few next steps, 4 new next steps, and then we will be completing our 4 tasks of today's project. First of all, we want to create a new auto labeling retention policy. Remember, during the study, when we were studying, we came across to a term auto labeling. So we can also create auto labeling retention policy that end users will not need to apply to each document them one by one, but we can define policy with the rules, that which rules we want to apply, and then automatically system will apply that label to that document. So how we do that? First of all, we will complete this task for today's project, first task, altogether 9 tasks for our project. We want to start. So when we complete our creation of a label, retention label was published, then we see there are some of the suggested topics, suggested tasks to complete. One of them is auto apply a retention label. So we can go back and click on that. If we cannot find it, we can just create a label, or we can see from the menu if it is available, and then we can just start completing this topic, auto labeling, auto applying a retention label. Okay, so for that one, let's create a label that we want to apply automatically. This one, for example, a scenario can be many scenarios, but one label we will create. Let's see which labels we have already. So we go to our site and see which labels we have already. Sorry, the scope was created, and sorry, that process was in between. That the scope was created, and we were going back to complete our adaptive policy. So if now we quickly we just I complete this process also for you, but we will complete this in our next class also once again. So how we complete our adaptive policy, that is similar, very similar. Just we have to add the scope. We have created the scope, and now we click on add scopes and see. Now we can see, yes, now both scopes are here. So this was for 3 years. So we click on 3 years and we add. So this scope is now here, and we can click next. This is going to be our adaptive policy. Name your policy. So adaptive, sorry, 3 years retention policy. And next, and it's ready. There are only 4 pages. Choose label to publish, scope, name your policy, finish. So when we finish, submit, this policy will be, I believe, I hope so, soon will be, yeah. Your retention label was published. Actually, it says because we started with publishing a label, but in between, we created a policy that was an adaptive policy, and the policy was created behind the scenes, and we can see if we want to go back and want to see if our policy is created, we can see, or we know that policy is created. From here, we can start to our next topic for our project, that is auto apply a retention label. So we can click here on auto apply a retention label, get started. Okay, so click here, error, resource not on. Okay, I think so. This is just okay. Let's get started. Okay, the name auto labeling policy. So auto labeling policy. Let's start with just distinguishing it. Auto labeling policy 3 years. Auto labeling policy 3 years, and I click on next. Let me just save it if we need it later sometime. What we want to do, apply labels to content that contains sensitive information, or apply labels to content that contains specific words or phrase or properties, or apply label to content that matches a trainable classifier. First of all, we try this one. Later, if we would have time, we will test the other ones also. This will be easy. Apply label to content that contains specific words or phrases or properties. Okay, now we click on next. Auto labeling. We want to automatically label those documents. Next, enter words or phrases. Which one we want to label those in the policy automatic label? Any phrases that we want to make up. Of course, when we will be in the company, we know our requirements, that which types of phrases if appear, then we want to apply that label automatically. For example, if we want to add, let's say, I'm just making up, I'm thinking what information, related information, meaningful information. Otherwise, we can try with any phrases. For example, our company is, let's say that insurance company, so accident records. Okay, or if we want to keep that bankruptcy record is usually for 7 years. So we are just testing this scenario. So let's say that bankruptcy. So no, sorry. Get the exact spellings for this one. Okay, let's try any like financial problems. Okay, financial problems. This term, for example, if appears in a document, we want to keep it for 3 years at least. Let's say 3 years at least we want to keep that document in which system says any financial problems. Okay, this is one term. Let's say any other, for example, bank. Let's say bank loan, unpaid, for example. If our system will see those terms into a document, it will at least keep it for 3 years. Okay, so these three words, conditions, and click on next. So adaptive or static. Uh, just to keep it simple, we click on static. We can click on adaptive option that we have seen already, that how adaptive and static policies work. Okay, let's say static policies. So static policy, next. We want to click only for SharePoint sites, testing, first step, next, and all sites. So adaptive is good in a sense that on all sites that will be applicable. Next, add a label. Which label we want to apply to these documents that we want to, that matches this criteria. Okay, retention label 3 years. Add. The label is here. Next will be fetch. Okay. So auto apply process was here to auto apply the label, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels only. Name, then description, auto labeling policy 3 years, info to label, apply labels to contents that contain specific words or phrases or properties, locations to apply all sites, and label to apply auto apply is retention label 3 years. We click on submit, and our auto apply policy will be created. Your auto labeling policy has been created. Success. Just give me a minute to take a sip on my tea. And let me see if everything is going fine. Recording is working. It's only 12 minutes yet, and mic is working. And everything looks fine. Okay, so I believe we can take this picture to show our completion of the work into our project. So we started from this page, auto apply. Then we reached to this one. We created the name. We selected this option, phrases. We gave the phrases. This is just a sample. Last time I included, and this time I have included those phrases you have seen already. Type of the retention that I last time I selected when I was making the slides, adaptive, but now I have clicked on static. So in adaptive, we know we have one more step to create a scope and add a scope. So we have to add a scope, and then we can go on completing. But in static, we don't have that step to add the scope. So we can add on all sites that label. And we choose the label to apply, and then we submit for creation. And this will be our picture number for the project task 9. So we have reached already here at this stage, and this is one picture, and I will just keep the other picture as a sample picture also. And we take the picture over here, new picture, and this one will show us anyone maybe up to here. Here will be our username. We can know this is your work. And here it shows your auto labeling policy has been created. So the title of the picture will be also like this. new auto labeling policy is successfully created. Same one here. New auto labeling policy is successfully created. So this will be our task number 1 for our project. And altogether, this will be task number 9. Today's numbering will be task number 1. Okay, just a minute to take a sip of tea. Thank you. Meanwhile, I just check here that everything is going fine. Mic is working, recording is working. Everything looks fine. I move very quickly. Okay, so this was our picture number, project task 9 picture. And I have completed the complete tasks along with you guys. And we have recorded also. If the students are not here right now, they can watch the recording later. And then they can complete their assignment and they can complete their project. 4 tasks for the project for today. Sorry, but I wanted to say to the students also that I noticed probably not a lot of students, but probably one student has submitted lost all the steps, like from 1 to 8 into one file in a project file, and submitted it into the second day of the project, the second week of the project. That is, of course, fine. But the thing is, each in the Blackboard system, each assignment and each project part is marked separately. So if he will not have any file into the project of week, means whichever project week is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 weeks for the project, and a student will not have a file into 1 week, so how I can give him the marks? Because when I check his file into the next week, of course I see the 8 pictures, but the total marks that I can assign is only 40 marks. So I can give him the 40 marks, but I cannot give him 80 marks over there because 40 marks are the max over there, what the system is doing. So I will request the students, if they have submitted their projects as like 2 steps of pictures, like picture number 1, 2, 3, 4 should go into the first week. I mean, whichever week we consider first week for the project. And then picture number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should go into the second week of the project. Then they will get complete marks. Otherwise, it will be difficult. I don't know how I cannot distribute those, how I can distribute those marks, where I can give him the marks for the first part of the project, because I don't have any file over there in the project folder. I hope so the student who have submitted the file like that will be listening, or maybe some students share this thought to the other students and then they can know. Or maybe, yes, I will post an announcement for this, so all the students know this is a requirement. But who are students are listening right now, they know that this is a requirement. For each week, they have to submit 4 pictures, because we have distributed it like that, as the students requested last time, that they want to, they feel a big burden when the whole project has to be submitted in the second last week, because in the last week we have exam. So now we are completing 4 steps of our project in every week, and in 6 weeks it will be completed, and our big project will have 24 steps. So we will not feel a big burden in the last week. We will have only 4 steps for the project. Okay, this just came into my mind and I have mentioned here. Okay, the picture number 9 is completed. Now the next step, how to apply the retention labels. Okay, right now, until now, we were creating the labels, we were creating the policies, we were creating the auto implementation, We have created the scope, but what is the actual procedure? Actual next step is how to apply the retention label. Okay, here we will just apply them manually, and then we will see we can apply them automatically also. We will see sometimes here or later. Let's see. But first of all, we will apply one label manually to one of our documents, and we will see what is the difference, what happens after that. Okay, so when we have a site, we have a document library or wherever we have a document, and we want to keep it for 3 years and we don't want anybody to delete it, then we can apply that label for 3 years or whichever time we want to keep it. So then we can create that, we can apply that label to our that document. We can apply the label to whole folder also, but let's do that one by one. First of all, let's try for one document. Okay, we go back to our site, and here, see where we were here, this topic and this one, and we want to go here. Also, I want to reach to my main site, site number 11. Then over there, we will select some document folders. Sorry, maybe before that I can click again on the, yes, on the list of the sites. Sorry, list of the sites, yes. And on the week number 11 site, open in a new tab. Here, this is our site. We go to the document library. We have 4 documents here. We want to see if there is any label already on a document. On this one, I have applied before, but this time, okay, I show you. If we go to here and we go to details of any document, we can see if there is any label. How we see that? If we go to the, see little bit down, we see here apply label, and the label is here retention label 10 years for this document. And how we did it? Very easy, so simple. Like for example, info about the fruits. We want to keep this information. I don't want to open this one, sorry. I just want to apply a label to this one. Let's see if it has already one details. And in the details, we see that we don't have any label up to now. Choose a label, apply label. We don't have label yet. Okay, I want to show you one functionality later, but I will show you it right now first, so we can make sure labeling is working. For example, by mistake or by some instructions, maybe legitimate reasons, we delete this document. Info about fruits.cx. We want to delete this document. Let's click on delete. You sure you want to delete and send this item to the site recycle bin? We click on delete. Oh, the document is deleted. Deleted one item from the documents library. So what we can do? For example, if we want to get it back, it's no problem. We know it goes to the recycle bin, and then we can get it back from the recycle bin. We click on this one, and we can go from here or no. Well, this is only the activities that we have done. What about the more details that it says anything? No. Okay, anyway, we can test another document also. But this one, for example, we want to see in the documents library. We are here, and if we want to restore that one, we go to our recycle bin. Site contents, maybe we can see it. Templates, no. Home. Site contents, pages, documents. Okay, what we do, we apply label to an other file. First of all, we just check that if we have any labels on this one, this is our file, and we see if we have any label on this one. Go to details and see if it has any label. It doesn't have any label, so if we delete, it will be deleted. So now we click on choose a label, and we choose a label for, there are a couple of the labels, 10 years, 12 years. Why we don't see the other ones? Because as we have studied in the topic, it takes a little bit time to labels be available to use. So right now we have this one, but this one also has similar properties, retention label 10 years. We click on this label. Now this label is applied to this document, and what we want to do, we delete this document, see what happens now. But just close this one and see once again if the label is still there. More, and we see label is there, retention label 10 years. So if everything is applied correctly, this document should not be able to be deleted before 10 years. Okay, so we go to the options and click on delete. First of all, it asks, are you sure you want to send this on to the site recycle bin? I say delete, yes. But see, right away, system says the label that is applied to this item prevents it from being edited or deleted. Edited says, but deleted is right now important for us. It cannot be deleted because the label says it has to be retained for 10 years. After that, it will be reviewed for deletion. Okay, so we cross this one, but before that, we take a picture to keep it for our project, because our system, we have applied a label and the label is working, and we wanted to delete the document, and the document is not deleted, and the system says that because the label, it cannot be deleted. So let me see if it is this one or the other one picture. First picture I should save the retention label is successfully applied. Okay. Yes, it is also a step that the retention label is applied to the document successfully. That is not difficult to see. We can go back and see into our document. This one we can again simulate it here. On this document, we click on the details and we can see right away that a label is applied on it. See the retention label 10 years. We can take the picture of this one and save over there. And we know that the label is applied to our document. Maybe up to here is enough. Here we have the retention label for 10 years. See this one, label is applied to this document. And here is my username and password. Oh, it's covered with this one. Sorry. I can just go back and take the picture once again quickly. But first I have to move this one out of the way. It is not in the way, but, oh, sorry. Just a matter of moving it like this. And this is my username and username. This will be your name here. Sorry, not the username, the display name. Okay, so Control C and Control V, and I will be able to save this another sample for our picture for task number 10 for today's project. 10 is the collectively the cumulative number, including the previous tasks of 2 classes, and today this is only the second task. Okay, so another sample picture is here. Here will be username, it will be your name. This is the name. And this one shows that retention label is applied to the document. Okay, this is the second picture. And then after that, what we want to do, if we want to see a list of the tasks, we can also see that what we want to do in all the 4 tasks. Then we try to remember. First one was create a new auto labeling retention policy. We have done that. Apply a retention label directly to a document, that we have done. Sorry. Added the document after the retention label was applied to it. We want to edit it, that our label is not preventing it to edit, because edit is needed in the 10 years. We will not be, of course, there are some documents like, for example, legal documents, legal contracts, of course, that should not be edited. But that we have to specify when we are applying the label, when we are creating the label. Of course, in the process, we can do that. But right now, we are not stopping the document to be edited, but we don't want to delete it. Of course, versioning is also on. So if somebody deletes some contents, we will have record that what was before into the document. Whatever level of versioning we have, we can save the gradual changes also. And also we know who has changed. Okay, so edit the document after the retention label was applied. And fourth is show by picture that the document cannot be deleted. These 2 tasks are remaining. I just have shown you this one, the last one, and this one was remaining. So I perform this one also, 11th one. The document can be added. So we go to our site. We can close this window. Just click on this one and you will see the document will be here. And how we can, if we add something like that, we are able to or not. First of all, we have to add another label. I know I will show you that also. Before, we have created some sensitivity labels in some class that we need to add into my documents if I change something. Okay. Only is a healthy food. That label is already applied, so it's going to be added. Olive is a healthy food. I have edited and it is saving. Now it is saved already. So there is no problem to edit the document. So I just close this one, or I can just take a picture of this one to show that I can edit the picture document. So this will be our picture number 3. Project picture number is different. So we can show this part to our project picture number 1, project picture number 2, and project picture number 3. This is our project picture number 3. We can edit it. We can edit the document. This is another sample picture that we are able to edit the document. This is my name. And this picture shows that document can be edited after the retention label was applied to it. This is the title for the Project Task 11 picture. Project Task 11 picture shows that document can be edited after the retention label was applied to it. Yeah. Yes. So this is our second last picture for today, and the last one is, now if we try to delete the document, what happens that I have shown you before. I will show you once again, and I will create the picture to put our picture as for the project picture number 4 for today and picture number 12 cumulative number. Let's try to delete the document. We have seen already, but just once again to confirm. Okay, let's close this one also. We have closed it. And now we are here. We want to delete it. Right click or on the menu or whatever we want to delete. Click on delete. It says, you want to delete it? We say, yes, delete. System says, no, you cannot delete it. The label that is applied to this item prevents it from being edited or deleted. Deleted is more important right now for us. So we take the picture of this portion and we can show the document not deleted after applying the label. And this is our last picture for today. I will save it here as a sample and another example. Here will be the name and here will be the title. Of course, give the title just like we gave in the assignment. Please don't use this red box. I'm just using this one to make it prominent when we are completing the so many slides, and just to make a little work that do something so we know that you have done something. Give a nice title here on the starting of the picture. Give the numbering also, please, so we know readily when I'm marking that which picture you are talking about. And this is just a generic title. Remove this one and keep a picture, similar picture. Give here the title, similar from this one. Title will be, you can use all this as the title, project task 12 picture. The document cannot be deleted after the retention label was applied to it. I just give you an example how we write the title. I just delete this one, give here. So maybe I can paste. So now we have this one. Title, number, introduction of the picture, description of the title, description of the picture, what it is showing. And this was our project task 12 picture. 4 tasks of today are complete. And the time of our class is also completing. We have only 8 minutes left. And I will just go through the project once again quickly and then ask you guys, if you guys have any question, you guys can ask in the, unmute your mic and ask the question, or you can ask in the chat window. The process of the completion of the project, the 4 steps of the project, just introducing once again that today we were doing these 4 steps. That was the continuation of today's lecture also. So creating a new auto labeling retention policy that automatically can label the documents. So we created an auto labeling retention policy. And then we have the next task, apply a retention label directly to our document. We can select any document and then we can choose the options. And when we go there is option to select a label. Then we select the label and then the restrictions of the label apply to that document. And the next task was edit the document after the retention label was applied to it. In that, somewhere we studied that it cannot be edited and deleted. Of course, it cannot be deleted, but it can be edited. So we have tested that yes, document can be edited even after the retention label is applied, because in the retention label we have not said that it should not be editable. If we want to do that, that is also the way that we can do that. But in this labels, it was only to prevent from deletion. And then the last one was show by picture, that the document cannot be deleted after the retention label was applied to it. And that we have also seen. We have tested that when we apply the label, after that, that document simply cannot be deleted. Of course, if we remove the label, then of course we can delete the document. But until the label is there, we cannot delete the document. Of course, maybe students have a question that can we stop? Yes, we can stop removing the label also, but we have not studied that. But the procedure is there that if we like, we can stop everybody to remove the label also if we apply it once. And this is all for today. We have 9:55, only 5 minutes are remaining, and now we will complete the class for today. I will still be here in the meeting more 5 minutes, and after that a little bit also, and then I will be preparing the file, check it once again, numbering and everything, and I will upload, make the new version, and then I will upload it. Let me save it right now for new version. This file was, I have given name version 2, and now I will give it name C3121 week 11 version number 3. So all new changes will be saved in the version number 3. Okay. And if you guys have any questions, you can unmute the mic or you can write in the chat window. And we don't have any questions. And I will just wait till 10 o'clock, and then I will also complete the meeting. And then after that, the video files are being processed, will be processed, and I will process the slides file, and then I will upload it into our Blackboard system, so you guys can download this version number 3 later. Meanwhile, I will just go through once again to see if all the numbering for the project is correct. We have number 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I will just go through the file and see. This is our prior task 9 cumulative number. Before 2 weeks, we are creating 4 tasks in each week. So 8 tasks, and now today we have more 4 tasks. So task numbers are cumulative as 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this is task number 9. Then this one is task number 10. And this one is task number 11. And the next one will be task number 12. So this numbering is good. And we have completed all these. Let me just start from once again. And in 2 minutes, probably, I hope so, I'll be able to check all the numbering, that if we have numbers from 1 to 10, nothing is missing. So to make sure, let me just search. Picture number 1. Yes, we have picture number 1. Then I can just search for the picture and see which numbering we have. Each picture has 2 slides. One is the first one is that I create during the class. So you guys can have 2 examples at least. Sometimes we have more than 2. So I have just copied them onto the same slide. Okay, so picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3, picture number 4, everything is going smooth. Picture number 5, and this is not picture. Picture number 6 is, yeah, 6, then 7, picture number 8, 2 pages, and picture number 9, 2 slides, picture number 10, 2 slides. Everything is good. Now, okay. Why why this was not coming into the search, because this space. So if we don't have this space, then the project pictures will also come into. Okay, so picture number task 9, 2 slides. Picture number task 10, 2 slides. Picture number task 11, 2 slides. And picture number task 12, 2 slides. Everything looks complete. I'm just closing the search and save it once again. And I believe this is ready. I just have one final look and upload this file. And I will say thank you very much, students. We'll see you each other in the next class. And I'll complete the meeting because video processing starts only after completing the meeting. So I'll mute the mic. First of all, let me in the chat. Right. Thank you. See you in the next class. No, I'll mute the mic.